There's been an Alfa Romeo Giulia-shaped hole waiting to be filled in the American car market for what feels like forever. A couple years ago, Alfa rejoined the US car party with the flawed but hugely entertaining 4C, reigniting passions after a decades-long absence but leading to little in the way of sales volume. That single offering acted only as a tease for those wanting a properly practical, 5-person sports sedan. After a true-to-Italy leisurely wait, the Giulia has arrived. The 2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia puts some practical meat on the bone for American drivers bored of the usual Audi A4/Mercedes C-Class/BMW 3 Series suspects. Even better, the new Italian-made sedan comes packed with some heavy artillery, the top quadrifoglio model offering 505 horsepower and returning a 3.8-second 0 to 60 miles per hour run, as well as a shockingly quick Nürburgring Nordschleife time of 7:32, which, for the record, makes it the fastest 4-passenger production car around the 12.9-mile circuit. For context, that's 6 seconds quicker than a Lamborghini Gallardo LP 574 Superleggera, and a full 20 seconds faster than a BMW M4. Our first taste of the highly anticipated Giulia brought us to Sonoma Raceway and some local roads nearby in California's wine country. As we approach the pack of cars warming in pit lane, there is further evidence that the Giulia quadrifoglio is serious. Its Ferrari-derived 2.9-liter twin-turbo V6 sounds snarly and sweet, and cars passing on track report raspy exhaust coughs between shifts. When you go to get in, there's a slight chance of bumping your head on the low-slung roof. Wouldn't be an Italian car without an ergonomic quirk, right? The test car appears to be equipped with a full gamut of options: leather across the dash, carbon fiber trim breaking up the bovine bits, an Alcantara and leather-covered steering wheel, and the standard 8-speed automatic, the only transmission option for US market Giulias. This is a distinctly Italian execution, with unique details like green and white top stitching. But there are also splashes of conventional design throughout, including the analog tack and speedo with a multi-function screen positioned between them, and a steering wheel flanked by tall aluminum shift paddles that are attached to the column and remain stationary. A center console-mounted dial selects the drive modes: D for dynamic, N for natural, A for advanced efficiency, and race, and a button in its center lets you choose suspension stiffness. Only a few details disappoint, like the hard plastic on the inside of the center console, plasticky bits on the shifter, and a somewhat loosey-goosey feel to the control wheel used to navigate the multimedia menus. Press the red engine start button on the steering wheel, and the pleasing thrum of the twin turbocharged mill comes without any artificial enhancement. Thank you, Ferrari. You'll need to pull the shifter down to choose first gear. Tapping the paddles does nothing while the car is in park, but once moving, the Giulia feels every bit like a sports car first and a sedan second. With a steering ratio of 11.8:1, which, Alfa says, is the quickest in the industry, the Giulia turns instantly, the Pirelli Pizarros digging into pavement and changing the car's direction with slot car-like directness. The chassis is quite a bit stiffer than those of the competition, think M3, C63, and 80SV, appealing to a smaller but more fervent cross-section of the enthusiast population. And although the Giulia lacks a carbon fiber chassis like the 4Cs, but there is no shortage of sharpness in the full-tilt quadrifoglio model. The relationship between steering and body is highly direct, responsive, and intuitive, and the excellent steering feel builds a confident dynamic between driver input and vehicle response.
Rob Stone, 2 damn phones, Babylon's came.